We're here.
Old already.
Ostensibly.
Howdy! Who wants to recap last session for inspiration?
Some wild energy. Ooh. Guys, anybody?
Nobody wants to follow that?
We started by interrogating is the word I was about to say interviewing, but it was really more of an interrogation. Oddwald Ebenhart.
Hey, yeah, you got it right.
Wow, I got his last name right.
Yeah, and his first name.
Who is kind of an ass. He
kind of is an understatement.
Detailed, yeah, it's an understatement. Detailed, yes, the asshole. Detailed the genius plan that this man had to release the aspect of fire so that he could study it, build his Cobblefright, and bring his Cobblefright around to try to defeat the aspect of fire and continually drain its energy so that it would not reform. Despite pointing out the numerous flaws with this plan and the unnecessary aspect of attempting to kill us multiple times, we agreed to not murder him, is essentially what it came down to. While we were doing this, we did meet Beckett Pearlspring, a Gerbine Artifice student here at the Avium, who doesn't go to class a lot, as he said.
My man.
Out feeding the ducks at midnight, so, you know, making duck armor plans. Ship that to Saltmarsh at some point when you get a chance. So we took old Oddwald to his lab because he convinced us that he could control the Cobblefright that had gotten out and terrorized the kid.
Something Figgy.
Yeah, it's it. That guy.
Yeah.
Turns out Oddwald, unsurprisingly, was not able to control this Cobblefright, and we had to put it down. And so we took him to the dean and I have their name written down.
You are making me realize how few names I'm remembering. Her name's Glinda.
Okay, yeah, Glinda. I don't remember the last name. Nightseed, that's the one I was looking for. And apparently I have nothing written down because that's all written down on Roderick's sheet. Rip.
Why do you have to come and remind us? We were so happy. We were so happy without that. Everything was fine.
Anyway, we sort of agreed to not immediately send Oddwald off to be executed. He's doing some research for us, and we are still chilling around the Avium in an attempt to... we found another way that I believe did not involve the Cobblefright to, using an older set of magic, drain the energy from the aspect of fire so that we could, at the very least, put it back to sleep and prevent it from burning down Humblewood. But that research is ongoing, so we'll see.
Yeah.
And we were offered a gift from the Avium, and we hit level 5. Woo!
Level 5! Yay! Congratulations, gang. And everyone got some magic items. We'll keep everyone's magic items secret, because that'll be fun. Unless for some reason in character you feel incredibly compelled to show off whatever you've gotten to all of your friends, which I can't fathom, honestly. I can think of maybe one person who has interest in doing such.
Beckett is so excited to show
off. Yeah, that was it, baby! Yes. So you guys have spent a few days here at the Avium. accumulating resources, assisting Oddwald in his research. Oddwald has been since cuffed with some silver braces that prevent him from being able to use magic, because, well, he is a criminal at this point. But his knowledge, his information, his research is critical to your guys' quest. So he's going to be around, and he's going to be useless.
Awesome.
Almost. Anytime you guys are doing an intelligence-based check with him around, he can assist you and grant advantage in his own shitty way. Okay, let's start with, because we had such a break between last session and now. Is there anything anyone would like to do or say before we convene and do some lore dump? And here I'm going to actually invite Hattie to introduce himself to Beckett, because you guys have not met yet.
Yeah. I guess it would depend on if Beckett came to find Hattie.
I think you guys would inevitably end up in a space together regardless. Especially since you all are technically still working together functionally. Not to mention, Beckett is a student here and can actually help you get around and look for the items that you're hoping to procure.
So my ability to hear y'all cut out whenever you said I'm going to,
Kick
and
ass.
then it came back in with Beckett's a student here.
I'm giving.
Yeah, in walking in silence next to each other as like Hattie's. I don't know how to find this. At some point, Hattie looked at us and say, have you ever, I guess, killed anyone or?
Jesus Christ.
No, there was one accident, but everyone was okay. He's still in a coma, but it's okay.
Oh, so it's like a half.
Yeah, I guess if you wanted to use that metric, then yeah, that's kind of. Have you ever killed anybody?
Yes.
Okay, I
Quite a
should
few,
have
actually.
seen that coming.
Oh, it's bandits, but hopefully we won't have to kill any more bandits.
On to bigger things then, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yes, there was a big worm, but we killed that. And did you hear about the big fire
No.
person? It's very
You mean
large.
like the aspect of fire that y'all were talking about? Or
Yes.
whatever? Y'all fought that thing.
No, we ran away.
Okay, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever been in a fight?
Only when like testing out things. I mean, there were like bullies and stuff when I was little, but like, you know.
Yes, bullies. But you have not really fought then.
Not in the sense of being actually in danger or fearing for my life. No.
Mm-hmm.
And well, you know, actually, we did just fight, you know, that thing with the bones.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one.
Okay, that's a good start. What all do you do?
I build stuff.
I build
you know.
stuff too sometimes.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of
How
stuff?
much?
I'm gonna maybe regret that.
How much sticky jam do you usually use when you make things?
Sticky jam?
Sticky jam, like it's good for making things stay together.
Oh,
it
I use that a
dries.
lot. I mean, I don't really call it that, but like, I got all kinds of adhesives and fasteners and um,
Oh. So do you build things and do you like throw things?
no, not really. I my I built a suit. You know, I'm pretty small, and
Mhm.
I wanted to make it, something to be, stronger, and so I have a suit, and it kind of helps me, be a little tougher, and I mean it can fire like lightning and stuff.
Oh. How did you make it do that? Is it magic?
Magic, yeah, a little bit. Basically, I just put some lightning in it, and then made this little trigger. That way, whenever I do like finger guns, pew, pew, it like shoots out.
Did you have to catch it, or did you make the lightning?
I made it.
Oh, okay. And he just pulls the hood down slightly over his face. I guess as far as the description of Hattie
I was gonna
goes,
say, yeah.
he's a fairly kind of bog standard Mapak, other than his ratty ass pinkish purple cloak that he habitually wears a little bit too far over his face. He's quite a bit taller than you as a Jerbean, probably. I think I had 4'9" and 110 because they're kind of stocky, at least compared to the bird folk.
And what's Beckett look like?
Beckett is 2'6", very small. He's got like blue gray fur. Pretty scrawny. Most of the time, he doesn't. He's not like wearing any armor that's apparent. He's just kind of got like just kind of like a pink hoodie that he wears.
Hell yeah, pink hoodie.
Oh my
Go on,
god, it's the Pink Hoodie Gang!
But he's got like a ring on each finger and on like the tip of his tail that are very, simple, but just like silver. And other than that, he doesn't carry very much on him. He's just a chill college student.
Oh yeah, I guess as far as equipment, Hattie has a ratty ass backpack, and a big long tube that is kind of slung probably like a sword most of the time, that he very regularly pulls his little, I shouldn't say little, his big star map out of, which itself is like a big cloth map covered in different colors of string sewn into it, making all the constellations, etc.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. So, about 5 days pass. It is some time that you are here at the academy before Oddwald can report some of his findings. you have to understand that this is still an artifact to be found in legend. It's not assured that it exactly must exist, but there's so much reference material that possibly could indicate that it does exist that we have to kind of just assume it can be found somewhere. It's a material that is part water and part air, like the aspect of flame might be part fire and part earth. Theoretically, if we can find it, it should be able to, with the strength of very powerful arcanists, be able to stifle the power of the aspect of flame enough to be able to return it to behind its seal and back into the earth. Unfortunately, everything I've been able to find about it hasn't exactly been able to indicate exactly where it is. But I have an old friend, I used to adventure with her, that might know something more. An old hedge witch. I haven't seen her in 6 years or so. But I think if we can find her and inquire with her, she's a very powerful seer. Not like your standard diviner who asks the Amaranthine for visions. She is willing to stretch her sight beyond.
Oh, she asks her cricket.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes? He seems a little baffled.
And he just stares at him and shrugs.
I'm sorry?
For which part? The cobble fright? I probably don't forgive you.
Anyway, I think our best bet would be to find Susan and ask her if she has any way of seeing beyond the natural realms some and give us a direction. The creatures that sealed the Borealis away didn't want it to be found again. It takes a tremendous amount of power to be able to wield it. One mage is not enough. One mage could likely be obliterated by it.
So let me get this straight. You're old friends with Susan.
Yes, it appears at least he knows her. He gestures at Hattie.
Yeah, like Susan has a little bug. She calls normal.
Yes.
Talks to that Susan.
Very wise cricket.
Yes. Susan the Seer. Yes.
Yeah, that Susan who wanted to be a student here at the Avium. And you were a professor here at the Avium. And you couldn't get her in.
I haven't seen her in several years.
Anybody ever told you you're a dick?
I believe you have said so a few times.
Anybody other than me?
I think
we are all
Moppa
thinking
friend
that.
kind of implied
you
it.
are kind of a dick.
Okay, well, fuck you
You're
guys.
also a bad friend. Apparently.
I've been very busy trying to
fucking
understand.
things up. We understand.
Yeah, mostly breaking things and ruining.
Okay, we'll go
people's
talk to
lives.
Susan to get the answer, since that's your big solution, is we need to talk to Susan. We get it.
Hold on. It's not just talking to Susan, because once you find the thing, once you find the place that the Borealis is hidden, you then have to acquire it, and then you have to wield it. And I'm sorry, but how confident are you that you would be able to do such by yourselves?
At least as confident as you were that you could handle that cobble freight.
Ah, skadoosh.
That was a good one.
Well, let's hear it.
I don't think Dean Winsworth is just going to let you out without any other resources. And seeing as I am somewhat bound to this project, and he lifts his arms up to display the silver cuffs. And as I have said, this is the sacred prophesied right of my family. I am going to be going with you.
Oh,
Great.
bound because he's got. Ah, I get it.
Yeah. No one said otherwise, but you're going to tell us how to do this, or are you just going to keep that secret until we talk to Susan?
I still don't know enough about it. I will have to be in the presence
it.
of the object to interpret what needs to be done to make
Okay.
it work.
Really quickly, I'm going to do something, and I need you to agree to it. And then if you do, then repeat everything you just said. Cast Zone of Truth.
He's obviously very ruffled. But he says everything again, in fact with perfect acuity.
Mm-hmm. Hattie just nods. Okay. I got kind of tired of people lying to us about things. Hattie gives a thumbs up to Gladys.
All right, well, lucky for you, we know exactly where Susan is. Or at least where she was a couple weeks ago.
Great. I guess. Is she... How is she?
Not a student here.
I'm not an administrator.
Oh, God. This is gonna be a really long trip back, isn't it?
Yes.
Listen, I kind of have a specified skill set, okay? And that's my job. You want to talk to the registrar, you're welcome to.
Oh, I wouldn't advise it, guys. They're kind of a prick.
Okay, if you come... This is an interesting bargaining position. If you act out, I will put a rock into you. But if we kill you, then you won't be able to fix it.
He looks at you with glazed over eyes and shakes his bangles again.
Yes, but there's always a chance. We will have to work together then.
You have to understand, I want the aspect returned. I didn't mean to release it.
You did mean to release it. You just thought you had a... Well, no, you didn't think you had a plan either. You were just sort of... Oh, I'm going to make a plan after I release this giant world-ending aspect of fire. Yeah, that's... You intended to release it, you did it, and you couldn't do anything about it because, well, woefully underprepared and all that.
Well, yeah, I didn't have anyone with me.
There's one of the problems.
And whose fault was that?
If you're gonna ask, I would dare say my old friend Riffin, but that doesn't matter.
What? Sorry, who?
In Ashborough, I had a friend, an acquaintance, a soldier, who I helped once and assumed that he would take favorably to my undertaking, and he didn't.
What did you do to help him?
When the city was burning, a building fell on top of him, and I was able to help him get out.
Is Zone of Truth still active?
Last 10
I
minutes,
mean-
yeah.
Yeah. And I
I-
think he failed, right? Like, he.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I look over to
Willfully
Hattie.
suppressed.
Yes, we still have to tell the truth, including him.
Hmm. And what do you mean by didn't take favorably to it? Like, you asked him and he said, no, that's a batshit plan, and then didn't help you?
No, he said he wanted to go to Alderheart and request aid to the city. I told him that, like all weed systems, you have to go to the root and destroy its core first. But he didn't trust
Nah.
me.
Now, was this before or after you already released it?
Before.
Then what burned Ash Barrel?
Scorched Grove already was burning. That's why I was in the Scorched Grove, trying to observe the aspect. The places existed for generations.
Yeah, I know. I lived there. I know Riffin. He's one of my best friends.
Well, then you'd know that up until recently it could more be appropriately been called the Smoldering Fields or something. But after the release of the aspect, things just got worse.
And you thought, hey, yeah, no, this plan will go great without another person. Oh, sorry, wait. You think that Riffin, a soldier, could have helped you when not even a giant monster cobbled together of body parts and shit would do anything to the aspect? You think one Strig would help you?
I thought
that
one
would be the
Strig
case?
who had the allyship of the Perch Guard might have been able to persuade somebody.
Well, this sounds like a lot of looking back, and it doesn't matter what happened because fact is that thing is out. So maybe we should be focusing on moving forward. I'm sure Oddbald here would probably do things a little differently, knowing what's happened, but I don't think any of us are going to be able to change the past. So why don't we just make plans for what we need to do for the future? How's that sound?
All right,
Thank you.
I'll just head out and see Susan, I guess.
Where did you say she's been?
Alderheart.
All right. Are you all supplied?
I should be.
Okay. Then, when you are all packed and prepared to leave, you can. Whew. You can exit through the main gates of the avium and travel out into the forest, deep into the wood, towards the center, and to the great tree. um, How do you all feel about some travel encounters?
Great.
hell
The
yeah.
last time.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
always do very great for us.
on a scale
Yeah.
of 1 to death, how high is the like? I mean, I'd love to introduce our new boy here to murder. It's never too early to start.
Right. And just for clarity's sake, with this crew, the scale of 1 to death, it's just
Yeah.
a 2-item scale.
I don't know. You ever watch the life fade from a humble folke's eyes? Because we
I
have.
feel like
A couple times.
Y'all are
Scale of-
so mad. I've only killed 2 of you. I feel like I've killed Oryx more
it's
than
also
that.
the amount we have killed. We have
Oryx
killed.
has only been
Oryx
killed
came
twice.
back.
Oryx
It wasn't
got better.
off the table.
Dead.
It wasn't off the table.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Let-
that scale should probably be from like death through to 0 to death.
Let
Like
Tyler
it's a 2-axis scale.
the same arc of Humblewood as the rest of us did, which is making a sick nice little cottagecore person, and then immediately being like psychologically broken down by the horrors of war over the course of like 2.5 months.
Oh.
All right, fuck you guys. We're fighting forest prowlers.
Oh, the ones that scream? Yeah, that's fine.
You gotta love an organic transition, right?
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
screen wipe.
Star wipe. Okay. So, you guys are traversing through the forest. The roads have been relatively quiet and clear. There are quite a few members of the Wildwood Brigade who are defending the streets and escorting people, as I've said before, which is at once reassuring and also terribly strange. Every once in a while, there is a small scuffle of what looks to be like the stragglers of the bandit coalition, but either with your intervention or with simply the number of both Perch Guard and brigade members, brigadiers. This is not a what's the word? This is nothing to be concerned about. This does not interfere on your path. However, these forests are gigantic. The trees are hundreds of feet tall, and the deeper you go into the woods, the denser they become. It is such that even at midday, it is still quite dim. There is very little sunlight that reaches the forest floor in its totality. Large insects, wild fauna crawl over the bark, and you see bird folk that glide from branch to branch in the in the canopies. And you know, during your approach to the city, as this is some way that you have come before, that in this region there are creatures, wild beasts with cat-like creatures with horns and long teeth, and a bit of an intelligence unlike most animals. Cunning creatures that hunt together and drop from the trees and use their own sheer weight to crush their targets and enjoy toying with prey on occasion. I want to see perception checks or passive perceptions.
18.
All right.
My passive is 16.
14.
12.
Oh boy, 10. Looks like somebody's gonna get caught out. Yay.
All right. This rules. I get a surprise round.
Oh no, Sarah. Oh, why do you do this?
I never surprise round you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, the bug's got a surprise round.
Well, Yeah, the lightning bugs did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know how that
Mhm.
went.
Yeah. We nearly
Mhm.
died during the surprise round.
Yeah, that was... Well, you also were level 1, so... You're big, scary level 5s now. There's third level spell slots bouncing around between you guys. You'll be fine.
Holy shit, I got fireball, guys!
Jesus.
Get him.
Fun fact, I've never used fireball in 5e.
Really?
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I've not played a wizard since like
Interesting.
3.5. Which is horrible. I love casters so much, but I've literally only played bards and warlocks and clerics, I guess now. I
Yeah.
guess I'm a cleric person now.
The trunks of the trees are dappled with light coming from the leaves above and perfectly disguise these large beasts that climb vertically down, silently digging their claws into the bark and pulling themselves close enough, winding back and springing from the trees and onto you. This first one is going to pounce at Serena, and then the second one will likewise try to bring Hattie to the ground. I need the both of you to make... Well, no, hold on. I got to see if I got hit first. Okay, I have a 24 to hit Serena and an 18 for Hattie.
Hold on. I need to know if I have to be aware of what's going on for me to use Portent, because...
Nope, you do not.
Cool, he rolled a 6. Because...
All right.
I get
You have a...
right?
Not in a surprise round.
Okay.
He has no
18.
action to use Portent, so...
Did the 18 hit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Serena, you have a flashing vision of the creature landing on top of you and step backwards with the shields to defend yourself, and that and the prowler lands next to you with a heavy thud. The attack on that's the wrong button. Hattie does 9 slashing damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw. All right. You are knocked prone, and with one heavy paw pressing you down to the ground, the other one rakes across your snout with a 20 to hit for an additional 7 damage. And then it is Gladys's turn. Hey, mister, can you get the hell out of here? Thank you.
Okay. I will cast Hunter's Mark. Use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on our friend down there. And then I will pull out my new shiny contraption and fire away.
Work, helpful, and non-destructive.
Hell yeah. Fuck yes.
Something panic.
A
It's a
19
that'll work
hits.
hand panic.
It's
That'll work. Hand panic. Oh,
the hand panic.
Oh,
that's so
Yep.
good.
don't
And
forget
there's
there's your Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, the sneak attack doesn't count on that, though.
Yeah. Oh, what is that? That is 12 and 13.
25, yeah.
Right. Incredible.
Nailed him.
Nailed
Right
it.
through the eye.
Nice.
Is still alive, but you have at least partially blinded this creature, and it shrieks in a cackling roar.
Yeah, well, fuck you too.
That was your bonus action.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. It is going to then jump across the ground to try to bite at your little throat with a
Mhm.
17 to hit.
17 hits.
That is... Jesus, what the shit? Oh, no, okay, thank God. 12 piercing damage.
And I will, for the first time, use Uncanny Dodge. So that'll be 6.
Hey!
Nice.
Yeah. New features, very handy.
Okay, and it has so many attacks, as it turns out, on its turn. A 19 and a 9.
Okay, the 19 hits and the 9 doesn't.
All right, one of its claws rakes down your arm for 6 slashing damage. And the second one, who is standing over Hattie, gets additional damage if he manages to hit with his bite attack, but he misses. And attacks with one claw for a 23. Hattie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
1 second.
All right, it'll be 11 slashing damage, and what does this look like again?
Yeah, it's like the little, essentially Hattie's curling up into a ball as tight as he can as these little like motes of starlight like form spikes and like ram out into the thing's paw.
Okay.
So that's, I'm upcasting it, so 3d4. Yeah. Okay. So it dealt how much to me? And it takes
11.
Okay. So 3.
Takes 8. All right. And that's it for their turn. Next it is Beckett.
All right. Beckett's going to. So Beckett's not wearing any armor or anything right now. I'm glad I didn't get attacked because my AC would have been low. But he's gonna flick his tail and little like magical girl transformation. Silver plating like grows out from each of like the rings on his fingers and his tail, and he is coated with a different armor. It looks like than last night or the other day. It's like a chrome like plating that covers across him, and then he's going to like squirm over here and try to like draw attention to himself, and then also like fiddle with like some buttons on his wrist, and like a sheen of energy is gonna like coat like an adjurative shield that's around him now. It's I need to make it to where I can click a button for this, but it's the defensive field. I gain 5 temporary hit points. And that's my bonus action and my action. So
Excellent. Then it is Hattie's turn.
As my action, I'm going to, still on the ground. Is it pinning me to the ground?
You are prone. You could get up.
Okay, I'll get up. I will use my channel divinity for my action. So I'll hold my like map up kind of in front of me like a shield as I'm like flinching behind it, all fucked up. And then do anything good with a bonus action? Yeah, I'll also assume my star form. I'll assume chalice form. So now Hattie like completely glows like with a full like constellation as the soothing aura of twilight pops up around everyone.
What's your sphere? What's your bubble? 30 feet?
30 feet.
Nice big.
It's big. Yeah.
I'm not gonna bother letting anyone else know what it looks like. I'm just gonna,
It's fine.
as long as I know.
Just in case anybody. It'll be relevant here in a second. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna give myself the temp HP,
Mm-hmm.
and that'll be my turn.
Okie doke. Serena. Ed, you're muted.
God dang it. With this thing right next to me, there will be little motes of spiritual energy that will sort of detach from Serena's shield. I'm just casting Toll the Dead on the one right next to me. That is a con save.
Oh.
It has taken damage.
It failed. Hey, you guys have additional cantrip damage.
Cool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I can't.
Perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it broke.
Okay.
Let me just.
Huh.
10 necrotic damage.
Okay.
I'm just going to delete this, and I'm going to drag it back out.
Okay. Sorry, I have to berate a friend of mine. Okay, I'm back. Shannon may have just told me that a weekly calendar event that she and I had had 3 years ago. She's still getting alarms for, and said, "Please, please delete this event." And I said, "I have. This is not, buddy. This is on you."
This is a you problem.
Ah,
Why is
that's
this
very
not
good.
adding to my attack list?
Right.
Sorry, I'm
Wisteria?
done. Go ahead.
Yeah. I see. Junior muted.
All right. Please tell me. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So Wisteria's gonna look between the two of them and get real scared and run around
Oh.
here.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not running out of range. But please, so if I had, say, a spell that went in a line, can I thread the needle between all my buddies?
I think because of their current alignment, the answer is yes.
Oh, yeah. So if anyone is looking, she, like, crosses, like, puts two fingers on her chest and just says, "Watch out," and points those two fingers across, and a giant kaboom sounds as lightning bolt fires off.
Yes. I love this spell. Are we sticking with lightning?
Yeah, it is blue lightning just cracking through the forest.
All right.
Holy shit. The 100-foot line is so ridiculous.
Yeah,
guys.
no, this lightning does blast through some trees and into the forest, and certainly fry some animals, like 100%. But let me just roll that dex. That's a natural 20 and a 17. Shit. But that's still half. 25 will be 12.
Oh, great.
And the one that had its eye gouged out by Gladys is looking pretty shit right now.
In that case, she is going to go ahead and use a sorcery point for a quicken spell.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do Firebolt at the one that Gladys poked.
Okay, you'll be at disadvantage, but a 16 will still hit. Fuck.
For 14 fire damage, and then the one in front of me also takes
5, right?
Yeah, 5 points of fire damage as... Wait, no, sorry. That doesn't sound right.
I think
It might be half. Sorry.
You're good.
It is Heart of Fire. Half sorcerer level. So
Okay. So 2.
Rounded down? Yeah.
Mhm.
So 2 fire damage as he just explodes with that firebolt.
I gave you the health. Oops. That was wrong. Okay. All right. And you take 5 points of temp HP from the Twilight Sanctuary.
Thank
Then
you.
up to Gladys.
All right, Gladys is probably a touch rattled after getting gouged and then seeing this lightning bolt rip through the forest. And is gonna do her best to steady herself. Stand still, you son of a bitch, and aim for that other eye.
24 will hit.
That's ridiculous.
Will it? Or do I have disadvantage because it's a ranged attack and I'm right next to him?
Oh, that's right. I forgot that you were firing.
Yeah.
I will give you the opportunity to use the aim bonus action if you would like. And just give yourself a flat roll.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that so I can.
Okay.
And
All right.
then, hold on 1 second, because it's also got
Yep.
that.
Oh, it's so close. You do take out its other eye.
Nice.
Okay.
I just don't end it.
And you aimed, so you can't move.
Mhm.
And that was your bonus action. Yep. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you know what? I did forget to do one thing prior to this.
Okay.
Yeah. So Hunter's Mark was still up. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Right.
It is very angry at you in particular.
Yeah.
As a 24 to hit with its teeth.
Yeah. That'll hit.
Okay, you are not prone. Oh my god! That's another 12 piercing damage for that attack.
All right. I'll uncanny dodge that one too.
Okay, and it will swipe at you with one claw with a 16 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay, and its errant other claw stretches out at trying to catch you, but it is now blind, so it gets Beckett with a 19.
That'll hit.
Okay. That is 5 slashing damage. And the other one, who has been roasted by a lightning bolt, is going to turn its attention to a conjurer. A 24 to hit you, Asteria.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. I'm gonna use my reaction to spiny shield
Hell yeah.
and explode and fire at this
I'm gonna be
thing.
so happy when Humblewood is over and this spell is gone forever. Fucking god.
I'm sorry
Right.
I made it a staple.
Right. I think like
It's
80%
so
of us have
good.
spiny shield.
I know, it's so good.
Just
I'm,
so
I'm looking it up to see if I can. If that's
Yeah.
an artificer thing.
it's fucking strong.
It's so good. I love it. It's so awful to fight against. Oh my
Mhm.
god.
Oh, sorry.
It's not an artificer spell only because the artificer was not a thing when Humblewood was being written.
Yep.
So that'd be up to Sarah. It is a wizard
Uh,
spell, so there's no reason for it to not be an artificer spell.
Hmm.
'Cause I know that it's a wizard spell because I have it as a divine wizard. I just haven't-
Fuck you guys!
Look, it's like Shield, but even better, and everybody gets to have it.
Yeah,
So 5.
they really just said anyone can have it. It's reduced by 5. The total is 16.
Oof.
Glad you got temp HP.
Oh, actually, that makes my math a lot easier. Thank you.
But it has 2 more attacks. A
Okay.
17 and a natural 20.
Oh yeah, those both hit.
Hey, I
Fuck
knew that this
me.
would
Oh,
I knew that this would be a thing. So
Ow.
You're gonna use your other portent?
well, yeah, I can do that
Huh.
first. That'll become an 11.
The natural 20?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just asking because it's only the first thing we're doing today. Just double checking.
no, it's
All right, that first,
It's a
the
good use of
17, the 17 hits, right?
Yeah, the 17 hits.
Okay,
Oh.
so that one is 11 slashing, and the
11.
natural 20 is reduced to 9 damage.
And I'm down. I'm unconscious. Perfectly unconscious. Thanks for the save.
It was worth a try. My other thing wouldn't help either, so it's fine.
All right, Beckett.
Well, I mean, it was
Beckett-
probably a big help because if you went down with just that 17, the critical would have been some.
Yeah, it
Instant-
would have. Yeah, instant death probably. Oh no, I didn't go down with
it was
just
the
17.
crit
It
is
was
the one that would have dropped you.
Yeah.
So you'd
Yeah.
be in the exact same position.
Oh, I gotcha.
Beckett kind of crouches down and then like leaping like uppercuts this cat Thunder Gauntlet's attack
That's gonna hit.
to just the 12 thunder damage.
All right. This thing has no eyes, and this this tiny little gerbine fist cuts into its jaw and essentially collapses its skull. That prowler is dead. Don't fucking stop touching my shit. Get out of here.
Then Beckett is going to just spring through the air and land over here next to Wisteria. And as he comes down, he's going to punch into this other one.
That will hit.
For 9 thunder damage.
Okay. Do you want a gummy shark?
And- let's see.
Okay.
I want a gummy shark.
Say thank you. You're welcome. Is that it for your turn?
Yes, that's it.
All right. You get 5 temporary HP, unless you still have some, I think, though.
No, I had 5 and I lost 5.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm back
Yeah,
at
he
5.
did get swiped.
All right. Dandy. Hattie.
Okay, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself. Yeah.
That went down wrong.
That's valid.
Oh no.
And then I'm going to use Chalice to make a little mote of light and blow it over in Wisteria's direction. So she will heal 1d8 plus my wisdom.
Which is a 20?
There you go. Yeah, so 1d8 plus 5.
All right, excellent.
There you go, Wist.
That's just a full cure wounds.
You back. It is.
Bullshit. All right,
I'll
great.
give myself some temp HP.
Okay. All right.
That's 7, 8. That's
No, you got 8. You have 8. The 7 is
Yeah.
his.
You have 8. 7's mine.
Okay. Serena's
oh,
up. Wait, what the
Um,
shit? Why? What is up with this turn order?
Did it
Oh.
ever get sorted?
Yeah?
I got spaghettied slightly.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, it just looks like Wisteria is out of order.
Uh huh.
That's weird. Okay, we're gonna go to Wisteria next.
all
What the
right.
hell?
That's weird.
Yeah.
That means she's been out of order for at least one round because I haven't had a round since she's gone down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
odd. Oh well.
All right. Wisteria's gonna use half her movement to get up, and just go ahead and grab this thing by its, I guess, neck, and burning hands.
Are you sure about that?
You might hit me.
Hmm. Oh, wait, right. Sorry, Hattie's here.
Yeah.
Right. Then, in that case, she's going to instead just roll over on her stomach, and as she's getting up, she's gonna plant her fingers in the ground and agonize our Scorcher. Same line. Just right down the middle.
Oh, that's a save.
Come on.
They're really dexterous. They're
You are really dexterous.
forest prowlers.
All right, and 2 extra fire damage. And then I'm going to use a sorcery point to then firebolt it in the face.
Okay.
Cool. For 11 fire damage.
Okay.
Nice.
And that's another 2 extra fire that she's burning.
Is it every turn?
It's every time I deal fire damage.
Okay, great. Just checking.
Is
Oh,
So
creatures of your choice. That's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Creatures of my choice. It's not
Yeah.
5 foot radius. Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Don't worry,
Just
you're
checking.
fine.
just checking.
Valid concern. Okay. Then Serena, now it is your turn. Muted, Ted.
Oh, yep, because I was typing. Sorry. I will. How far am I from Wisteria? I should check this. 25. Perfect. Go ahead and use a 3rd level slot. Yeah, that works. On a healing word on Wisteria. And that is plus an additional 5, so that is 17 for Disciple of Life, which spell level is 3, plus the 2 base is 17 total.
19 plus 8 is
25.
you.
All right. That's your bonus action.
That's my bonus action, and then for an action, she will. I'm going to move up and get in front of Oddwald, who she just kind of gives him a look of, "Hey, real helpful."
He
And
can't do anything.
plant the shield up against this thing, and it's basically just a Toll the Dead, which is still fucking broken. Great.
Toll the Dead will never not be broken. That's a 19.
Okay, that's fine. It doesn't. I don't have to fix it right now.
All right.
I'm done.
Okay. Gladys.
I will use my bonus action to move my hunter's mark. And I will take a step forward. Say to Oddwald, don't move. And I will use him as a tripod to aim my next shot.
Okay. I wanna. Did you have to move at all?
I moved, so that's just a 20. It's not a crit.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I was like, I love this, but I want to make sure that we're not using aim feature because I think you did move.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this? Meaning, I'm sorry.
I would, as it gets blasted from all sides and it sort of rears up after getting scorched by Wisteria, I just bury a bolt in the top of its dome and it collapses.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. I'm definitely thinking of Fury Road.
That's what I was thinking of too. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Congratulations, you survived a forest encounter. Woo!
I'm gonna make sure everybody has
Easy.
temp HP real quick. Anybody don't have temp HP?
I just added it, so thank you.
That's higher than whatever you had before, so
Oh, nice.
there
Yeah.
you go. That's the end of your turn.
Okay. All right, then. On your return to the road, headed westward still and into the forest, There is a very distinct noise, a call of some kind off the road. The sounds of panic and fear and someone squawking in birdfolk, begging for help.
Gladys will run over there.
Okay. You can run off of the road in search of the source of this noise. Could you please make me a perception check?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was muted. Serena will also be running with,
Yeah.
with Gladys.
We run with Gladys.
Everyone run with Gladys?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Anybody have a better idea of where they're headed than Gladys?
Yes. Yeah.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, no. We got it covered.
So,
So,
did
so
not actually
basically,
Guidance, though.
basically, Gladys runs off the road to help, and Hattie and Serena are like, "Hey, dummy, it's on this side of the road."
grab you by the arm and drag you
Yeah.
back.
This way.
Okay, you come across what looks to be a clearly a birdfolk personage who is looks like they're floating in midair with their arms stretched out to either side and sort of suspending them midair, though they don't seem to be grasping anything. They just seem drifting, and they are begging for assistance.
So you're
Does
just-
it
you're
look
just
like
flo-
they're
you're
being
just
like
floating up
held
there?
by something?
Sorry, Gladys, what'd you say?
You're just floating up there.
He starts shouting out that he is stuck, he is stuck. And Beckett, would you make me either an investigation check or a perception check?
Can I use guidance on that?
Yeah.
In the form of like straight up Iron Man, like the goggles, like the eye holes, like I've got like an overlay that's like detecting things for me.
You catch a glimmer of something almost silvery in just in the speckles of light coming down from the canopy, but other than that, it is hard to tell. There he is. He's stuck. He needs help. What are you gonna do?
I would like to cast detect magic.
Okay, you can do that. But unfortunately, you see nothing.
Oh.
And what is he floating under? Or is he just in the middle of?
He's just hanging in the air.
Like how high up in the air?
15 feet.
I would like to walk up and then like stand beneath him and then just leap 15 feet and like grab onto him.
Excellent. Could you make me a strength saving throw?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Get down! Just using the shelves as a ladder.
Yeah.
All right, Beckett, you are also stuck by fine, stringy webs that have caught into your fur and seem strong enough to keep you suspended.
Beckett, what's going?
You shouldn't.
What
have
are you
jumped
caught
there.
in?
So I've found it. I've figured it out. There's some webs. There are webs here. I think that means there are spiders.
And-
Let me take care of that. I'll throw a firebolt their way.
Oh.
Not at them, but like just past them.
Could you roll a hit?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that is gonna hit. And could you roll damage? I have a damage threshold. Okay.
That's 6 actually.
Okay. Who would you like to free?
I'll probably free. In truth, I'll probably free Beckett first.
Beckett, do you have any means of what's the word? Delaying your fall?
I could if I wanted to, but I think I'll just take it.
Take the L. All right.
Actually, I don't think I have Featherfall prepared, so yeah, I'll just take it.
Is it per 5 feet or 10 feet?
10 feet.
That's
10
what I
feet.
thought. Okay, I was like, 5 is too much. That is unfortunately though 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And as you are falling and land with a thud in the grass, you see what looks like the branches of the tree above you beginning to extend themselves outward and towards the gallus who is suspended in the air above. And as they stretch forth, it becomes more and more apparent they are the appendages of a gigantic spider. Roll initiative.
You got advantage, Beckett. I tapped
Oh.
you. I gave you the special thing.
Fuck me.
Nice.
Damn it, I keep forgetting to click myself. Okay. I guess I still have Chalice. This is like 20 minutes later, right?
How long does Chalice last?
An hour.
I was gonna say it's about an hour away,
Okay,
but
that's fine.
yeah.
I got another one. I can do it again.
You got resources.
I got 2.
It's just travel encounters. Nothing
Mhm.
bad happens.
After
I
this, we're short
I should not
rested in
keep
place.
saying that.
Nothing bad can happen except people can die, you know.
Nothing bad usually happens in travel encounters. Beckett's up first.
Let's see. So I kept my armor on this time because I realized that it's dangerous to walk through the woods.
Yeah, it happens to all of us.
I am going to. Nope, I'm not going to cast web at the spider. That's probably not.
That's
That'd be great, actually.
hilarious.
What a bold choice.
I'm going to move down a
You're gonna
little
web
bit.
me? I web you, motherfucker. What?
And okay. I'm really excited to try this out. I haven't had it. Sometimes it messes up a little bit. It should be fine. Everybody, stay back. And he holds up his hand and kind of braces it with the other hand, and just a cone of fire erupts from it.
Okay.
Whoa.
It's a 12.
13 fire damage, and then let's see.
That's a great thing.
Each time
There
you
you go.
use it, roll a d10 and add the number of times you've used it since your last long rest. So if I roll a 10 on this die, it blows up.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good.
The spider hisses and spits and shrieks as it bursts into flame, and the webbing around it also certainly catches. And now this Gallus is suspended merely by one half of his body, still 15 feet above the ground, and screaming in fear.
Yeah.
Anything else for your turn?
That's it.
All right, Serena.
I do not like the look of this giant spider. It's a strange, fucked No, Serena will pull her shield, walk up beside Beckett, and just sort of wave a hand. I am going to cast Guiding Bolt at first level. It's gonna miss. So good
Yep.
times. That's it for me.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh my! There's a little bit of fire on the ground, Beckett. Oh, little bit of fire. You are on fire.
In a forest. Oh shoot! And he starts patting himself out.
Okay. Hadley.
Okay. Wait. Spider's at 16, right?
What?
I'm at 12.
What?
Yeah.
The spider's turn.
It
Oh.
didn't get sorted. The turn order.
What? Yes, it did.
It didn't sort correctly. I'm sorry.
Okay, now it's sorted.
All right.
Sorry.
All
So,
right.
yeah, it should go next.
All right. It is going to scurry down the tree now, and chomp its horrible, fangy mouth at the Fire Lord. 19
That'll hit.
for 7 piercing. The con save. Woo!
Well,
Incredible. So that is only 8 points of poison damage, and you are not possibly paralyzed. And then it is Gladys's turn.
All right, I will use my bonus action to cast another Hunter's Mark,
Okay.
and then I will fire away.
A 17 hits. Okay, and Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, that's in there.
Oh,
I
you
changed
got it
it,
this
so
time?
that's all
Hell
in there,
yeah. All right. Well, it's dead now. How do you want to
Okay.
kill it? It's got 8 eyes this time, fucker. What are you gonna do?
I am going to aim very carefully and knock one of its legs out, and therefore knocking it off balance, and it falls over and impales itself on a tree stump.
All right. Yeah. All right. Sneak attack. Okay. All right. Good work. That's combat.
solved your spider puzzle.
You solved this. Well, no, you didn't, because there's still a dude in a tree.
Yeah.
There might be more
I got
spiders.
this. I got this.
Please
He's gonna
don't!
come over and start
Thunderbolt.
aiming his.
How's that do?
No, oh god, okay, alright. Well, roll damage.
Beckett's
Oh.
gonna try to catch this guy.
Okay. Could you... Is this the time for sleight of hand? It is not. I need an athletics check. Okay. You are gonna reduce his fall, I think, his fall damage. But you're both gonna take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
As you are squashed by, even though bird folk are lighter on average by body mass than most humble folk, this guy's still like twice your size at least. Like probably
Yeah,
a Gallus probably like 3, but yeah. Now you've solved the spider puzzle.
How you doing, fella?
He explains that he is grateful to be saved. He had been caught trying to glide from one tree to another and had not been able to free himself. Thank you, travelers, for saving my life. Say, where are you all headed? Okay, bye.
We're headed to Alderheart.
Glad everyone's very enthused about hanging out today.
Honestly, I didn't really know where we were going, so I was just,
And some of us are trying to catch our breath after killing a giant spider, so...
Yeah, y'all want to, like, chill for a minute? I think that I'd like to just chill for a minute.
Maybe not here, though. Maybe.
How
Alright.
far are we from Alderheart?
Maybe we
I
leave.
assume that's where you're out of.
Oh
Could
no,
we
I
have
have
this
a.
conversation away from the webs and the trees.
That's a good idea. Let's head back to the road, at least.
Alright, I'm going back to my weed farm, like half a mile that way.
Wait, you're what now?
Oh, can we
Here.
go?
Last time I gave you guys a kook on the road who sell dope shit, y'all abandoned it.
Now, are we
he's
talking
leaving.
like dandelions or like?
No.
What are you, a cop?
Do I look like a cop?
You'd have to tell him if you were a cop.
Yeah.
There's the rules.
There's the rules.
That guy goes away. Congratulations, you saved an innocent man's life.
He does not share his weed.
Nope. Guess not. No
That
short
Gallus's
rest at the
name?
dispensary.
Was Willie Nelson.
All right. Well, let's if we don't want to rest here, let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's get back up to the road, and then we can have a discussion about whether or not we should take a rest or hightail it to Alderheart.
Anybody have an idea of how far we are from Alderheart?
Yes,
Could
we are exactly 2.5 days walk still.
Oh, well.
I feel
Doesn't
like that
seem like
answers
there's
that
a-
question.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any sense in hurrying.
Taking a short rest?
I'm down with that plan.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will recover a first level spell.
Okay. Give me a smiley face in chat when you have finished your rest.
Oh yeah, 5 sorcery. Fuck, I could have used so many more sorcery points.
Yeah, you get 5 back if you roll hit dice.
Yeah, which I will.
Okay. I was about to say no, you don't get it because we've been doing that, but I forgot that was your item pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's the good one for a sorcerer.
It makes it usable.
All right.
Three, 4, 5. Yay! Okay. Why did I close this? I'm sorry, I have to go and find something now. Okay, you guys can return to the roads. Return to the roads, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
please tell me what you're doing on your guys' walk.
Missing the wagon, to be honest. Because I actually have to walk.
Is he getting tired?
Yeah. Just like noticeably like fatigued, like dragging heels a little bit.
Beckett is probably, it's probably kind of annoying, but he's just like, every couple steps he's like donning his armor and then doffing his armor and then donning his armor,
Nice.
doffing his armor. It's like someone like clicking a pin, but a lot louder.
What if someone
God.
attacks when it's not on?
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen.
You did a good job punching. Good job.
Thank you. Yeah, the armor makes it a lot easier to punch things. I'm working on a way to make my jump even jumpier, because that was just me jumping. But I think I can make the armor like improve the jump, and then I could probably go like 3 times as far.
That is very high. Can you climb, or can you?
Not really, but I can jump to high places.
If you go up that high and then you fall, won't that hurt?
I'm also working on something for that too.
Okay.
Sounds like you got a lot of irons in the fire, Beckett.
Yeah, it's hard to fit a lot of things into the armor when like I have it like having to make it store. The rings are like kind of extra dimensional, but it's still it's a tight fit. There's not a lot of armor to fit stuff in.
Well, it's impressive craftsmanship nonetheless. I can see that coming pretty handy on a job site, actually. A lot less need for ladders if you could just jump up to the 2nd or 3rd floor and get your work done. You ever think of going into business, trying to sell some of those?
Oh, not really. I'd like to be able to build more of them. But this is kind of a prototype.
Yeah, I gotta make sure you do all the testing, get those kinks out first. Well, as Hattie was saying, it was some pretty impressive punching and very handy, and I think this will bode well for the first project for your independent study.
Yeah, it didn't get a chance to come up, but whenever I punch things with these things, and he holds up his gauntlets, it leaves behind these little doohickeys, and then whenever the enemy tries to attack someone, I can make the doohickeys get really loud and distract them. So.
Alright, that sounds real impressive.
How did you learn to do these things?
I just, screwed around with stuff in a workshop, and okay, so the loud noise idea is because I had this roommate, and he liked to play music really loud, and it was very distracting, and I was like, how can I weaponize this?
Oh. Okay. Did you decide when you made it that it would be good at punching, or is that an accident?
No, yeah, I wanted it to be good at punching.
You wanted to punch.
I'm not very good at punching. So
your hands are very little.
Yeah.
Has it ever gotten like stuck before? Or just be in one position, you can't move.
Yeah, I was stuck in the workshop for like 2 days one time. It was pretty bad.
Oh.
It was a weekend. I wasn't supposed to be there, and no one came in and checked on me.
If it gets stuck, how do we get you out?
It shouldn't get stuck anymore.
Okay, but
Yeah.
if it does, then
Well,
we
Hattie,
won't
do you? I know you've got a lot of sticky jam. Do you have any unsticky jam?
No. I mean,
How dare you?
water. Water gets rid of jam pretty good sometimes.
Gotcha. So if it gets stuck, we'll just hose you down.
Yeah. I can do that now.
Okay. Serena, what are you doing on your walk?
I'm muted. Serena is just generally keeping an eye out. If she sees Hattie, or I guess probably Hattie, kind of faltering, she'll offer to give him a piggyback. But beyond that, she's just walking quiet.
Your gait is very steady. Thank you.
That's definitely the first time I've heard that, but you're welcome.
Yes, this is one of the benefits of traveling with people. Although normally I don't travel this much in a day, to be honest.
Yeah, emergencies and all that, so we
Mhm.
do what we gotta do.
And how is Wisteria occupying your time?
I don't know. Because I honestly am sort of interested in how the fuck Mr. Jerkface over here
Asswald.
yes, knows my buddy, but like I also don't want to like annoy the
Talk
others.
to him?
Yeah, or just talk to him in general, I suppose. Yeah, that one too. That one's important.
I mean, you'll only ever know if you ask.
All right, sure. I'll just come up to him, still looking forward, not looking at him, and just be, so how do you know Riffin?
We used to travel together. He's an old friend. We adventured together when he was very young.
She turns her head and looks him up and down and squints. Ah. So what, you also from Ashborough?
Yeah. I mean, I lived there for a few years. Most of my rookery was in Ashborough. Went away to study, came back, met Riffin, traveled for a while, investigating the Scorched Grove and some of the other cities, the other perches around the forest. And eventually wound back up at Ashborough at just the wrong time.
How much of your plan did you tell him?
I told him what I knew, which was that I had a very good idea of the coding for the sigils that sealed the aspect and was hoping to investigate it further, but whoever recorded them either entirely sabotaged them or just was not correct.
What do you mean?
I mean that instead of being able to ensure the lock, or else enhance it, force the flame further into the earth, it was an accident. It was all undone. And the creature was released. Riffin thought it was a bad idea to go into the Scorched Grove for such a purpose, and I guess he was right in the specifics that it went awry, but there's no way that he could have known what was going to happen. There's no way any of us would have known what was going to happen.
Why'd you frame it like you did when you told us at first? You said you had an idea to put a stop to it once and for all, not to seal it again, because that's just, I guess, doing what they did.
Well, the Cobble
after
Fright
clarity.
and necromantic magic would be able to undo the aspect. That was not something that I had intended to necessarily do. I didn't even know the aspect existed the way it did until I saw it with my own eyes. It was a mistake. And I want to make it right. It's going to just be more difficult than I or any theorist could have assumed. Theory does no
Yeah.
good in the practical world.
I've noticed. Why didn't you wait? I mean, you went to Alderheart to ask for help, not just aid, but we wanted to solve this thing. It wasn't our intention to just get aid for the survivors. We wanted to put a stop to whatever was burning everyone alive. That's what you wanted. You wanted sway with the Perch Guard, and he has it. That's the only reason I was even allowed up there. Just... I don't care what you did. Just in the future... listen better. And wait for people. Because we're not all out to get you. At least I want to help. And as long as we have the same goal in mind, it doesn't mean that your way is the best or your way is wrong necessarily, but there is definitely assistance that needs, to be asked for in the future. You can't just go running off and doing things on our own. You got that?
You're right.
The only reason I say that is just because we're gonna be dealing with a big, powerful artifact. And while I probably trust you more than anyone else here, I just want to make sure that you learn from your mistakes.
Oh god, if you're worried about me running off, I don't want that fucking thing.
All right, then you're gonna help me with it.
Okay. I mean, I have seen your conjuration. It is unique. Are you practiced?
Practiced is a funny word. I was just sort of born like that. It's chaotic. It just sort of springs from my blood, I guess. It was up to me and I guess my grandmother and her expertise to learn how to control it before I hurt anyone. Which I did. I am young and stupid still, but when I was younger and dumber, I definitely hurt a lot of people. Yeah. Vulpin, fire powers, people get superstitious. And I have a temper. So, connect the dots.
You're talking to a Corvum necromancer with an ego.
I guess that's why we get along so well. Anyways, I guess all I'm saying is if you got a wacky gambit, I'll probably be the person that'll listen before anyone else. So,
Appreciated.
yeah, of course. And I'm not gonna take, the incident with the cobble freight as your expertise because, I don't know, the people in the avium seem kind of uptight. I don't think they just hire any whack job that practices necromancy. You gotta be good.
Thank you.
All right. She nods and sort of keeps walking.
All right. Kind of mean to throw another encounter at you guys today as far as like narrative pacing, but doesn't that sound like fun?
Do it.
I'm very compelled by the one that I have prepared.
Let's hit the hat trick of things to slaughter. Bandits. It's time for bandits again.
It's time for bandits. We had two encounters with wild animals. It's bandit time.
We have enacted our violent will on all of the creatures of this world. Give us more.
You're wandering through the forest and are pushed northward by the direction of the main road. The air is getting noticeably drier. You don't necessarily see flames on the horizon, and the sky is certainly still clear, but you choke a little bit on the dryness. You can almost taste the smoke. It is far, far, far away. But for the season, it is warm. You're coming into autumn. It should be cooling down, but it's pleasant. And then suddenly, two of the enormous trees that surround you spring to life. And beneath the surface of their cracked bark, they turn ashen black and erupt in golden light and begin to move. Their leaves incinerate into boughs of flame. And they begin moving wildly, smashing the forest floor and the plant life around you. The animals flee, but most are still taken. Creatures that lived within them are burned alive. We'll play another round. Humblewood's usually not this dangerous in a single day, but resources are fun to play with. Okay, I'm going to check the initiative this time. Okay, we're still waiting on somebody. June? Did she get up?
I didn't see her say anything.
There we go. Well, Beckett's first.
Whew, okay. So these are some big, giant, flaming tree things?
Yeah.
Fiery tree things?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go punch it. I'll leap forward and slam my fist into this tree.
All right, that hits. It is just a tree after all.
10 thunder damage.
What a unique damage type to do to a tree.
And then a second punch.
Yep.
For 12.
Okay. So pretty good punches to a tree. Okay. Oh,
We lost you.
sounds like internet problems. Okay. Is that it for your turn?
I'm also going to use my defensive field and give myself 5 temp hit points.
Okay. Then up is Hattie.
I'll take a step actually here. And I will, as my action, try to guiding bolt the one over here.
Okay.
Pull my map out, fire the bolt.
A 12 will miss.
Mm.
That universal Cody sound of disapproval is very funny to me.
Bonus action, chalice.
Okay. Does anything happen when you do that, first off?
No, because I'm not healing anyone yet. I just
Okay.
hold my star map up and take on the constellation.
Okay. Gladys.
All right. Gladys will run down between these two things and cast Hunter's Mark on. Well, I don't know why I did that. I will cast Hunter's Mark on the big old tree that Beckett was trying to punch.
Okay.
And then I will pull out the old nail gun and nail it.
That's what this weapon is meant to do. 25
Yes.
will hit.
Jesus.
With the 3, or is that already? Is it in?
Everything's in there.
Is all right. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that 27? Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. Incredible. Is that it for your turn?
That's it.
Okay. Serena.
Serena will. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. There we go. Serena will walk central to everybody, and as she's doing that, she is kind of raising her hands and whispering, almost inaudibly, to something. No one's really quite sure. And as a 3rd level spell, I will cast Bless on everyone. Except Oddwald, obviously, because F that guy. And then with my last 10 feet of movement, I will get between Hattie and this other tree, holding out the shield and just sort of walking at it, trying to get its attention.
Okay. and it's on its turn. One of its boughs comes crashing down into your shield with an 8 to hit.
That'll miss.
Okay. And the other one, a large root rips from the earth and goes to punt poor Beckett with a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Ouch.
And do 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Holy cow.
Okay. Hang in there, champ.
You're all right. You're all right.
And then it's Beckett's turn.
Okay, I am going to I was like, oh, it's a tree, fire, but they're already on fire. I don't know if that's gonna be worth it. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna do a couple more thunderous punches.
It's gonna hit. Both of those hit. Okay, for 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Thunder damage.
Yes, thank you. Sorry.
No worries.
The damage to it. There's the ripples of the noise deep within the wood, and the whole thing shudders and then explodes. Could you make me a dexterity saving throw?
I sure can. Let me double check that I don't have anything that gives me like advantage on that.
You got bless on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let me click on that. I don't think I have anything to have advantage, so. So that's just a 9.
Oh, yes. Sorry. My bad. Didn't see it. That is a failure. So you will take 16 points of fire damage as the remains of the tree collapse around you and begin smoldering.
All right, I am down.
Oh my god. Cool. That makes it. I was gonna ask if you had movement, but you don't. It's Hattie's turn.
Okay. Action. Click on the channel divinity to make a happy little circle, because we're gonna need it. Yeah, we're probably
the one
gonna need
left.
it. Either way, bonus action healing word on Beckett went down, right?
Yeah, I get
Yes.
an op attack on you. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
That's a 20 to hit.
Cool. 1 second.
Spiny shield.
Yeah, no shit.
17 bludgeoning damage. And roll your
Good thing I
fucking dice.
Cast it once. Get ready for 3-1. Well. Okay, so that's that spell.
Yes, that's a total of 11
Yeah.
damage to you.
It's a good thing I had temp HP on.
And then your little fucking
Yeah.
bubble of invulnerability.
And then I create my little bubble of everybody's feeling a little better, and then I'll throw a healing word at our new down friend. This you don't get an upcast.
Your beanie.
I do have chalice on though, so fuck it. I'll give it to myself. I got hurt. I'll fix it.
Okay. Okay, Gladys.
All right. I will move my hunter's mark over to the tree that has not splintered yet and wheel around, and yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Ooh.
I'm up.
It's a crit.
It's a crit.
I assumed based on the reaction.
Not a very good roll though.
No.
So that's
Could be better.
That's a lot of ones, but
A lot of
yeah.
30
Twenty-
damage.
25, 33, yeah.
You just gotta roll twice as many ones.
Right. You're right.
All right. Is that it for your turn?
That's it.
Okay. Okay. And Serena.
All right. Oops, that was the dice roller, not my measure. Oh yeah, it's well within. Yeah, I will go ahead and Serena will once again pull her shield up, whisper something, and a little golden mote just sort of floats over, little bob and forth, kind of like a will-o-wisp or something. I will go ahead and cast a second level healing word on Beckett. Level 2. Why am I not allowed to? There we go. Thank you. And once again, I forgot to click on Disciple of Life, but that'll be another 4, so that is 14 healing to Beckett. Come on now, Beckett. You're on fire again. And then...
I really need to insulate this suit. It's very hot.
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back.
I'm going to cast this from my character sheet. No, that did absolutely nothing. I am tolling the dead. It is a DC. I hate this fucking spell.
Now it's not even fucking. Wow.
All right, it failed.
DC
Holy
14
shit.
wisdom save.
Oh wait, it's a
this-
DC 14. Then it saved. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Yeah,
It
14.
should. Is
that
it
right?
14? That's not right.
Yeah,
Or-
well,
well,
this,
it might
this is
be.
based
Hold
off your. This is keying off your wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my int and my wisdom have the same mod.
Yeah.
8 plus 3 plus 3 is 14.
Okay, got it.
I feel like your
So-
DC said 17. No, I'm thinking of someone else.
Yeah.
It rolled a 14.
Yeah, my
Alright,
DC
then
is
it's-
17.
Yeah, I don't have anything that adds to my DCs or anything like that. So,
Okay.
and my stat's not maxed out or anywhere close. But that's fine. It's just a cantrip.
Clobbering time.
Yep. That's fine.
Serena does a 17 hit.
It does not.
All right,
The
great.
shield comes up and thunk.
Yeah. Oh, the sound of a giant tree branch crashing into a shield is that's very fun for me. Wisteria, are you back in?
Back in,
All right.
ready to rock and roll.
All right, we're dealing with trees are on fire.
You're on
and
fire.
They're
Fun.
on fire. It's your turn.
How
Angry
many
tree.
trees or
Just one.
Just the
There's-
one left.
There's an exploded husk of one near Beckett. Near Beckett's own exploded body.
Sorry, did Beckett go down?
He's
There's-
fine.
There's a lot of he's moving around prone. There's a lot of like scorch marks on his armor, soot.
Coughing out smoke.
Yeah, and in fairness, he's fine-ish.
He's the one who ran up to punch the tree. I don't know what to tell you.
Wisteria is in that case going to bring her arms up and cast a shatter on, so it doesn't hit anyone.
Right.
Right.
That's a natural 1. So it's 13 points of thunder damage. Okay.
And then she is going to. Can I use 2 sorcery thingies in one? Can I do the transmuted and quickened as well? If I have the points for it?
I don't
I
think
believe you
so.
can only use one unless they explicitly say that you can use it if you've used another one. I think empowered and actually it might be transmuted are the two that I'd have to look it up.
Let's read the thing.
Unless otherwise noted, let's see if transmuted is.
Not noted.
No.
Nope.
Not
No,
noted. In
it's
that
seeking
case,
and empowered.
she's gonna reach a hand out and go ahead and cast Infestation on this bad boy.
I love
Uh,
infestation. Oh, it saved. Damn. I was hoping for
And-
that 5-foot movement in a rando direction. But no. Alright. It is a tree after all. It's used to bugs.
Sound.
Beckett. Beckett, your turn.
Beckett will clamber to his feet, and let's see. Okay, maybe punching him's not super great. And he's gonna aim his arm, and from like the forearm, like a little kind of like a crossbow bolt. I'm firing my crossbow, but it's in my armor. I've got the repeating shot infusion on it, so I can shoot 2 shots with it.
Both of those hit.
For 6 and 12 piercing damage.
Awesome. Cool. It explodes, so I need Serena to make a dexterity saving throw.
Sorry.
Doing good.
These 2 bolts knock into the tree, and it begins to unfold and crack and splinter, and blows 6 points of fire damage at Serena before the tree fully collapses. That is the wrong. That was wrong. That's it. That's combat. Good job, everybody.
Son of a bitch, the road just keeps getting more and more dangerous.
Yeah. This is a big first day for you, Beckett. It isn't normally like this. It's usually
It's
one
not?
of. Well, it's the volume that's different now. Sometimes they would wait until we were asleep, which is still a danger.
Yes, it is.
I can figure out what that is. 1 sec.
Well, I mean, it's kind of exciting, I guess. I've never seen a tree blow up before, so that was cool.
Yeah, maybe next time try and observe it from a little further away.
Well, I didn't know it was gonna happen.
Oh no, I'm not saying. I'm just saying now that you've learned, right, that these flaming trees tend to explode before they stop moving. Maybe just try and stay a little further away from the flaming trees.
I'll
Just 'cause-
definitely work on that.
Yeah, I mean, after all, you are, working on an independent study with us, and I don't want to have to go back to the dean and report that we got you killed.
Oh, that would be an awkward conversation.
Yeah, a lot of paperwork.
Honestly, we probably wouldn't go. We'd send a letter, I think.
Hattie, well, I mean, of course we'd go. And Beckett, yeah, there would be a lot of paperwork, but that would be secondary to the fact that you'd be dead. We'd be most concerned about that.
Yes, it's more that that's the biggest concern, and informing them is a letter, probably.
Well, I think it's time I practice my juggling. And Gladys will just sort of walk away from this conversation and juggle some nails.
Hattie just shrugs, says, I mean, I made it so you didn't die this time, so that's good. Just slowly.
Beckett's face is pretty hidden in his helm, but he's very quiet.
Yeah, there's probably a 30-second just very uncomfortable silence before Hattie wanders off.
Hoodie gang. We're gonna take our 15.
Nice.
We're
Like,
back
Hattie's-
at
Hattie's had a-
half-assed.
Hattie's had a bad month. Hattie's give a shit for little stuff like going back and telling someone. I don't. That place sucks. It's got some good up high views, but also the cobble frights are there sometimes. Although it occurs to me, Hattie is pretty sure everywhere we've been kind of sucks, and would just prefer to go back to the woods. The woods suck, but like, they're
You're in the woods, my man.
yeah.
Like currently.
But the thing is, when you're traveling alone, you don't make so much goddamn noise and attract everything that you possibly could.
Fucking
you want,
hermit
you can-
background.
Yeah, you can move like 3 hours a day, and guess what? You'll be fine if you just stay in place for a while. Just climb up high in a tree. Don't get caught by spider webs.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. See, Beckett's had a big day. Beckett's really earning his stripes.
I was gonna say this is his study.
Mhm.
It's what I'm here for. You know.
You're paying to be here.
I'm so sorry he keeps interacting with Hattie.
No, it's wonderful.
In fairness, when fucking Wisteria showed up, Hattie pointed out that Wisteria very clearly replaced our previous friend that had died.
Yeah.
Like, just that is just what happened. Everybody was like, "Oh, Hattie, fuck."
Don't say that, man. What? I'm not wrong. You are. No. No.
I mean, somebody went down and somebody comes in. You're the first net like positive we've had in a while. We didn't have to have somebody die first. We're kind of like well, I'm assuming, okay, we'll say we did have to lose someone, and it's that Cluck stayed behind to just get fucking smashed with a bunch of college students for a while. Just throw some real legendary ragers.
Oh. I will miss the spirit of Lady Cluck.
Yeah. At some point, we lost the frog pervert somewhere on the road.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
That one was fine.
Who was that? I don't know. Real horny for frogs, though, is primary character trait. From what I've gathered in my notes here.
Oof.
Like, it gets more French when frogs are around. It's a real something choice, I guess.
The things you're saying.
Am I wrong?
I mean, yeah, because you are saying horny, and that word means something.
No,
and to
but
be
the
fair, it
specific
wasn't
voice,
that.
The specific voice was
Oh
like,
yeah, because it was French.
that's fucking that's nasty.
I mean, I mean,
That's
for
some
sure.
That's like, I mean, Pepe Le Pew is explicitly horny, but It's more like devious, furtive, a little horny than Pepe Le Pew's just open, wanton nastiness. Somebody fall for it. No? Okay.
Oh my god.
Who was that again? It's fine.
Miles has a set of 4 toys. They're called boogies.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd been missing one for about 6 months, and I found it like a day ago. And now another one has gone missing.
You hate to see it.
I know. A different one is now gone. Sacrificed to the undercouch. What'd you just say? Alright, I'll be right back. How's everybody doing? Wow. How's everybody doing?
Wonderful, fantastic, incredible.
I might have swallowed a fly. And
Oh no!
I'm a bit distraught about it, and I don't know for sure if I did, but I think I did, and it's really upset me.
I
It's been
don't
a
know
whole
why
fucking
I
spiral.
swallowed that fly.
Yeah.
Perhaps a lie.
Sorry,
It's-
Cody.
I'm so upset. I'm gonna go get an ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. Feed that fly some ice cream now.
Oh, I feel really good about that past minute of audio. I feel a little bit brain jellified, but that's because I'm still in training at work, and it's so many bad videos.
I can't even begin to imagine.
I work for a staffing company, which is easy enough, but the program they have to use is so boring. There's a lot to learn, and I'm getting the hang of it, but there's so many videos to watch about how to make it work, and also corporate brainwashing, you know?
Oh yeah.
And it's tough. It's tough shit. But it's almost over. I have one more day of classes to do because I went twice as fast as I should have just to get it done.
Right. Because you got to be done with it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And my boss was like, "You shouldn't go that fast." I was like, "No, I if I don't, then I'm not doing anything for hours. And while I would love that, you would notice."
Well, you would notice, and also, then I've got to endure this corporate brainwashing for twice as long, and that's not an acceptable situation. So
Exactly.
let me just rip through this.
Yeah. I did fall asleep behind my computer earlier today, though, for like a couple of minutes.
I was waiting for you to say something, or I was gonna out you, but
Cruel.
I'm
Cruel
back
but
with
fair.
my ice cream sandwich, and when I told Jess about the fly I'd swallowed, she looked at me dead in my eyes, and she said, "Do you need to swallow a spider?" And
Nice.
and I was devastated.
You are legally binding yourself to her.
Yeah. Yeah. She's just smiling at me from the hallway. Like,
Jess, I love you so much.
that's wonderful.
Okay. Ted, are you here?
Yep.
All right. And June. June?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, sweet. Okay. I stood up. I have to come sit back down. Hold on. I have melty brain and active leg syndrome. We're playing D&D. Okay. That was a lot of fun. Those were great encounters. But I think we are done with that. And the next couple of days, with much less adversity pass. I don't think that there is anything of special note to say as you are traveling, unless anyone needs to like rearrange spells or say anything. Want to make mention of something beforehand?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Just for resources and whatnot, I assume we've taken long rests along our travels and we can reset all of that sort of stuff.
Absolutely. Okay. Finally, crossing into the center of the forest, and it's just, oh my god.
At least I don't have to use those. For me. You know what? Get them out now. You made a mistake letting me play a divination wizard. That's all I'm saying. You ain't gonna do shit ever.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? But okay.
What'd you roll?
You broke
Snake
Sarah.
eyes, baby!
No, you got Sarah.
On 2d20.
You know what? It hadn't occurred to me, but Ted playing a divination wizard, that's definitely making your dice roll and work for you, as opposed to against you for a change.
That's
It's the opposite of me playing Gray, who just had a stockpile of nat 20s just
Right.
around every once in a while. This is abysmal, my man.
I'm not the one that has to deal with them. Good luck ever doing anything again.
Right.
Critical saving throw? Nah, bro. You got nothing. Oh,
Fuck, I closed my tab. Oh
Thanks,
my god.
Who's ready for a
Hey.
broken crossbow?
Oh,
This energy
Okay.
is fucking disgusting.
fucking toxic as hell.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
It's so good. Ted, I love you. Thank you. You enter into the center of the forest, where the trees are even grander, the perches are more expansive, and the city of the upper branches is a sprawling metropolis that culminates in the core, the greatest tree in the forest, the city of Alderheart, a massive construction of nature that has the swarming masses encircling and living through its most destitute civilians in the root systems, and then the fairest and most wealthy amongst the boughs and branches. And you guys are headed towards Susan, right? That's where you want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys can head then towards the oh my god. Sorry, it's summertime. It's so fucking dry out here. I can't breathe. Oh boy. Oh. The boughs and the trunk market of the city, where there is constant and deep and populous trade happening at all times of day. The bird folks flying down from the higher reaches and landing amongst the twisting folds of the trunk itself, and the humble folks scurrying around the outsides and up the stairs through the center. In the trunk market, there are a couple of places that you are familiar with. There is Eliza's Emporium, the Lorian catfolk individual from over the mountains that you saved a very long time ago. What the fuck? And then a little shabby shed of a tent, a little kind of klutzily put together place with the scrawled marks of Susan, indicating her her tiny apothecary as it stands. And I'm assuming, yeah, and we are going to see Susan herself. She is puttering around mostly in the dark, an old hedge witch with things stuck to her quills, things that maybe should have been discarded some time ago, also indicating
by sight and possibly smell how long it may have been since she has bathed. And she seems to not be at all bothered by the fact that she has nobody coming in through her door until you all do. She startles with the light filtering behind the tent flap. She says, "Oh, good afternoon, all of you. It is good to see you again."
Hello.
Hello.
We brought somebody you might know.
Oh, I love that you're gonna make me talk to myself. Okay. Oddwald ducks his head to enter and lightly waves and says, "Susan, I have some questions for you." And she beams and says, "Oh, excellent! And what might that be?" "We have some questions about the Borealis. I have reason to believe it might be an object that does exist, but we need assistance in finding it." And she says, "Oh, of course. Oh, give me just a couple of hours as I prepare something. And how has your travels been, all of you? How have you all been?"
Well, Susan, truth be told, we've seen better days since last we left you. Unfortunately, we lost Roderick on the road.
Did you?
Yeah, well, let me be clear. We didn't lose Roderick. Roderick died.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
Serena here is Roderick's partner who's joined us for our travels, and also Beckett, who is a student at the Avium, is conducting a bit of an independent study with us. You should know we did put in a good word for you at the Avium if you're still interested in studying there.
Oh, goody! And she climbs into the back of her tent and begins drawing with some effort a massive snail shell cauldron out into the center floor.
Do you need a hand with that?
Grunting and groaning. No, I've got it.
Let me give you a hand with that, Susan.
Maybe help you.
And then she begins collecting some portents and objects and components. What were you saying?
Have you talked to Normal recently, or?
Remember,
how's he
he's not
doing?
allowed here. He's not
Yeah.
allowed here.
But is he doing good in the swamp?
I should hope so.
Oh.
He is a bug. Bugs do thrive in swamps.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to make an insight check. She said he's not allowed here. And she said, "Oh, he's doing fine." Right? I want to know if Normal's actually here, if she smuggled Normal in.
You see, perhaps a mischievous glint in her eye. But perhaps that is just the madness.
Right. Understood, Susan. We just want you to know that we're both interested and concerned about Normal's well-being. But
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
If you talk to Normal, tell him I said hi.
She goes to a shelf and retrieves a jar that is labeled tentacles, but it's spelled like tentacles. And she starts pulling out little pieces of shriveled octopus and dropping them into the cauldron.
Now, just for clarity's sake, is it spelled tentacles,
Yes.
or is it spelled tentacles?
10 tickle.
Tentacles. Got it.
There's 10 tickles tentacles in the
And when
jar.
she drops 3 in, she goes and grabs a little piece of charcoal and scratches out 10 and writes 7.
Nice.
7
Perfect.
tickles.
What exactly are you brewing up here, Miss Susan?
Oh, a potion in order to find what you are looking for.
Are we going to have to drink it?
Yes?
The last thing that we drank wasn't very good.
Well, I can drink it.
I mean, if we don't need to drink it, then yeah.
Okay.
I'll drink it.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
I'm happy to try it. See if it. You're the one that brewed the previous potion for Roderick, right? Roderick and Hattie here drank it.
Roderick. Yes, yes.
Do you have any of that brewed up ready?
Oh, these don't keep.
And then, could you brew it up after you finished with this one?
Well, why? Why would you want that?
I thought I might try some.
I mean, I suppose. But visions don't often come in copies, in duplicate.
Maybe not, but well, it still just might help.
All right. Well, you might have to wait some time. This will already take some hours. She kicks the side of the cauldron. There's a deep shudder in the liquid inside. Whoop. Okay. And Bustly, you hang around Susan's for a while, I'm assuming? Just waiting?
yeah.
I'll come back.
She said this was going to take hours.
Yeah.
I think I'll go down and say hi to Eliza.
Okay.
And just see what's been going on.
All right. Yeah, you can go and check in with Eliza. Her emporium is bustling. And she says, "Oh, it is good to see you, my hero. One of my many heroes. And it's good to see you returning. And how is the travels?"
Well, they're okay, I guess. I'd, come bearing a little bit of sad news. Roderick did not survive our trip.
Oh dear.
And, yeah, I thought, you should.
We're fine.
You all right? Okay.
Miles just pulled off a real heist.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought you should hear that from us. But all in all, I guess things are all right. How have things been here? It looks like business is booming.
Yes, this is a very profitable location. I appreciate every customer, and if you are still in town, as I have promised, there's 10% discount to every item.
Oh, I will make sure that everyone remembers that. I'm sure we will stop by and do a little shopping later. I was curious, besides just business, how have things been in general? Have there been any stories about what's going on in the Scorched Grove? Any news about that? Any more concerned about bandits?
Bandits, not so much. There have been no holdups or nothing in the city, and even the travelers have said very little about things they have concerns for. But the two gentlemen that you brought through a few days ago, Havel and his partner. Yes, yes, those two. They have been speaking of something very curious that I have heard of. Not, what was it? A freezing thing. One of them had heard some old tales. The tenders are telling stories of something very freezing.
Interesting. And do you know if they're still about, or have they moved on since they've been telling their stories?
Oh, they come through every once in a while. I have components for them that they make use of.
Wonderful. Well, maybe we'll try and catch up with them so that we can hear their tales firsthand.
Yes, this is a good idea, perhaps.
Do you know when you're expecting them next to pick up their spell components?
I do not, but if you want, I can probably take you in directions of the tenders. What is the place to stay?
Oh, well, that would be
In
wonderful.
Fartheart? Yes.
And I will get those directions, and then I'll just head back to Susan's.
All right. And I know you guys don't have a lot of money, I don't think, but there's some things to look at. Can you stop that? And then, of course, some things upon request. And again, you guys have a discount.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can return to Susan's. Do you want to say anything about what you've just learned, or just waiting?
I'll just wait until we go through the process of whoever's going to drink this concoction.
Okay. Susan throws all kinds of evidently incredibly inedible things into the jelly-like fluid that fills this cauldron, and it begins to shift in its color in the most foul manner. And just about the point where the odor and the sight of it are basically unbearable, she says, "It's ready!" and begins fishing around for some cups that she has to she runs her hands through to clean a little bit.
Oh, well. All right. Is anybody else interested in drinking this concoction? And Gladys will reach out for a mug.
Yeah, I'm down.
Miss Susan, do you know what this is gonna do? Right?
Give you a vision!
Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah, I'm in.
I did a whole hand motion when I did that too. Each one of you who volunteers yourself, she begins to pass you a cup, but each time before she hands it over, she spits into the bottom of it, and then begins ladling for everyone. Okay. Those who partake see, upon the sinking into your consciousness, the path that moves at lightning speed through the forest to the edges of the scorched grove, to an hold on, sorry. To a stretch of land that is overgrown, but each plant that lives in this patch of woodland is nothing but charred husks, and there stands amongst
amongst the foliage, a carving of a stone frog, surrounded by tensiers that orbit it at a very slow and deliberate pace, 4 of them. And they drift away and leave nothing but this frog. Floating up on a warm breeze is a sprig of some curious plant. This little twig with 3 leaves that has almost a cool blue to its green tones is starkly contrasted against the charred earth around your vision. And the leaf floats high to your eye, into your vision, and then drifts away on a hot breeze. Let's see. And with that, the vision ends.
Well, that was a little different than I was expecting, but pleasant enough, I suppose. We all saw, and Serena just runs down exactly what we all just saw.
Yeah, but does anybody have any idea what that means? I don't know about anybody else, but I'm not any closer to understanding where this Borealis may be than I was before I drank that nonsense. No offense, Susan.
She does not appear to hear you. She actually still appears to be in trance.
Keeping the good shit for herself. I understand.
Whoever drank may make a nature check or a survival check.
Let's do nature. Fuck.
A couple of you have actually seen this plant before. This little sprig that very deliberately caught your eye. It is called a sky leaf. It is from a type of vine that grows in the highest boughs of the forest in only the northern part of the Great Wood.
I suppose it gives us a starting point at least.
Yeah, I suppose so. If perhaps it might be worth explaining this vision to. I lost the page.
While as you're speaking, Suddenly Susan snaps forward and says, "The tenders!"
Yes, the tenders. Thanks, Susan. It's not creepy at all. Perhaps it might be worth explaining this to the tenders.
Yes, you should ask the tenders. The tenders know.
Oh, wonderful.
The tenders, they know the Borealis. They know that the Borealis wants to be reunited with the flames.
Wait, wants to be reunited with the flames?
Yes.
you catch her eye, and her eyes are still incredibly clouded over, unfocused entirely.
If the Borealis wants to be reunited with the Flame, does the Flame want to be reunited with the Borealis?
Balances of power, equilibrium. One seeks to find the other that has wrested itself from the other's force.
And we wouldn't just be making something much, much worse by bringing these two incredibly powerful forces together?
Certainly not, as they are designed to keep each other in check. In fact, it was the weakening of the aspect of fire that allowed the Borealis to exist and wreak havoc many, 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 many generations ago.
No, understood. We'll go check in with Hovel and see if they can't help with interpreting this vision which you've so graciously provided to us, and perhaps fill in some of the blanks that we currently have.
She has sat back and seems to be entirely distant again.
Well, if anybody's interested, we can either stop by Eliza's store, which is right down the walk here, or we can head right to the tenders.
All that shopping sounds. I'm kind of living off of meal plans and stuff at school, so I don't really have anything. But I'm fine. You know, I've got everything I need. It's good.
You know what, Beckett? Let's take you down to Eliza's and get you set up with some proper adventuring gear. She offers a nice discount for us. We're old friends at this point.
What kind of shop is this?
Oh, well, Eliza's got all sorts of different items. Every now and then she's got a handful of magical items as well, in case any of those catch your eye. But she's got a pretty good assortment of mundane items as well. So you should either be able to get yourself set up pretty well there, and if not, she'd be the person I'd trust to point you in the right direction.
I mean, the only thing I could think of would be like some supplies to, improve my armor with, but I mean, it's already pretty good.
All right, well, we don't need to stop by now. We can head right down to the tenders if you like. And we can always stop by Eliza's later if the mood strikes.
Sounds like a good plan. Keep us moving. Also gives us an idea of how urgent the information from the tenders might be.
Okay.
After we leave, Gladys is gonna wait until we've walked maybe 20, 30 yards out of Susan's place, and then is just gonna hold on one second. I think I forgot something in there, and circle back.
Okay.
Hey, Susan.
Ah!
I'm sorry, it's just me. Listen, just between you and me, is Normal here with you?
Normal's always with me, dear. In spirit.
Well, that's a wonderful sentiment.
Except when he's
Wow.
dead.
That happens from time to time.
He is a bug. Frogs
Yeah.
eat him.
And you bring him back.
Mhm.
And when's the last time you had to do that?
2 weeks ago?
Understood. Understood. Well, thank you once again for providing both this vision and the previous vision that helped us to know just how much trouble we were all in. We're still going to do the best we can to solve that problem, and hopefully we'll be successful so that the avium is still standing, so that you can go attend some classes there.
Oh, thank you, and thank you for enabling me thank you for enabling me in the brewing of illegal substances.
Well, I'm not sure I understand exactly what you're talking about, but you are welcome nonetheless. Now, you have a fine day, Susan.
You too.
And I'll go catch up with the crew.
All right.
So, like, was that vision supposed to mean something? Because, like, usually whenever I take, like, hallucinogens, it's really just for, like, the ride, you know? But y'all seem very, like, interested in decoding this or something?
Did Oddwald drink? Did he?
I forgot to mention, but yes.
Okay. Well, Beckett, sometimes visions like that can, well, the things they show you can be important. They can lead you places you need to go, and she'll look Oddwald dead in the face. I'm hoping that information was fruitful. Maybe, maybe you know a little something more than we might. I mean, the tenders will probably have a lot of this information, but this was ultimately your idea.
Yes, I know the direction we are to go now in order to find that thing, whatever it was.
Well, good, good. I'm glad this worked out then.
Oh, that plant that we saw, I don't know what its relevance is, but obviously it is significant.
Well, hopefully the tenders can give us the full details, and anything they can tell us, maybe that'll jog something in your memory, or something you've read, or anything else. You know, connect a couple dots for you. I mean,
Yes.
And thus you can travel to the comfortable home that is in the lower levels of the Bright Hollows, to the home of the Tenders. There is an evening light coming through the pocketed holes in the tree trunk, illuminating the hollows by reflective surfaces across the buildings and on the roads as well. And this building is marked by a garden of very curious herbs and what looks like to be a selection of like homemade components. There's even tenders who stand outside preparing bundles of essentially component pouches, all wearing the soft orange robes of their druidic order. And you are greeted by a few who ask who you're looking for and can indicate where Havel and Trevor are staying within the building. A Gallus and a Luma, I believe, with both soft, bright male plumage, and they are happy to see you all and ask what it is they can do for you. Got a lot of uhs today. I'm sorry, everybody. Whew.
It's all good.
It's nice to see you again.
I have.
We, this may sound strange, but we are currently are under the belief that if we find something called the Borealis, this will help us resolve the very dangerous situation going on in the Scorched Grove. And we've recently followed some leads to, find a rather unusual seer that has provided us with a vision. And we thought maybe we could describe that vision to you, and you might be able to enlighten us as to what some of it may mean.
Trevor, who is wearing sprigs around his neck that have indicated they kind of indicate their rank within their circle, now has a flowery wreath as well, as if he has been promoted, becomes suddenly very excited. Oh, the Borealis? Where did you hear that name?
I will begrudgingly point to Dr. Dum Dum.
He, not necessarily bashfully or whatever, but just kind of uncomfortably raises one hand and waves. But Trevor doesn't seem to necessarily pick up on the oddness of that interaction, and says, "The Borealis is an item that has passed entirely into legend and only spoken of by tender elders in a very auspicious manner. It's an object, an artifact crafted by a wizard who, as the story goes, stole a powerful piece of the spirit of winter. They thought they would be able to control its power by containing it within a staff, but instead it froze them entirely. There's somewhere, if the legends are true, there is a statue, a creature frozen entirely in ice, wielding the Borealis itself. Left to itself, this artifact continued to freeze the land around it and created, well, what we would have deemed the equivalent of the Scorched Grove in its time. The imbalance is certainly what caused tenders to take such interest in it. In fact, it was nearly the foundation of the order to wield the power and put it back into its proper place, into the world as it existed in lower density, I suppose. It is said through our tales that long ago, when it was found and the tenders circled the center of the frozen waste, that they created a fortress of a kind around it to keep it sealed so that the frost could not continue to extend. And what was it? What was that? There was some key element that was supposed to be what kept it sincerely locked away. And he begins sort of snapping his fingers as he's trying to think, and Havel responds, "Wasn't it that plant, that odd plant
The one that is supposed to be the binding of the earth and the air?
You,
Skyleaf, yes, that's correct.
Yes, we had a vision of that very plant.
It's fascinating.
You say it works as some sort of lock to keep the Borealis from doing to the countryside what has happened in the Scorched Grove with fire.
Yes.
Very interesting. And as we understand it, this plant, it only grows up in the northern section of the Great Wood. Is that accurate?
That is correct. Although, as fascinating as these tales are, I've only come to understand them, and we only tell the tale of the Borealis in parable, in as a way to help others understand the importance of the role that tenders take in this world by creating balance in nature. This artifact, if it exists, it is still quite dangerous, and even then, it is only if it exists.
Well, I think we're all hoping pretty strongly that it does exist. I think that's our... And I'll look around to the group. I think that's our best chance at solving this particular problem. You wouldn't happen to know any more specific directions on where this skyleaf grows than just up north, would you?
Well, there's a patch of the woodland, about 3 hours march out of town, where you could find some.
Well, it sounds like a good place to start. What, And I'll explain the business about the part of the vision about the frogs, and just ask if that means anything.
Stone frog. Yay. Well, there's tale that such a marker is the entrance to the holding of the Borealis.
So, all right. Sounds like we go to this area 3.5 hours north and start looking for a stone frog of some sort.
Sounds as if that is your heading.
Yeah, that's been very helpful. Does anybody else think of anything that needs clarification or further insight? Trevor, you've been most helpful. We do appreciate it.
I guess, are there any sort of, not necessarily instructions, considering this is an artifact that's faded into myth, but, like, is there a sort of specific way to handle it? Is there a specific sort of, I don't know, you know how fairy tales are, like, the one with this certain thing can only wield this power or whatever, or else it'll, I don't know.
Oh, I don't believe anything of that nature, no.
No, so you're you're okay with us just picking it up with our hands?
Well, if, again, not to doubt you, but mysterious visions are mysterious, and as I've said, all that we know is simply that it might exist.
Yeah,
These myths are myths.
Right. But if it does, I'm sure they have some sort of grounding in reality, right?
They might. We should believe so if it is the way of our order to seek balance in nature. If there is such a being as the aspect of fire, surely there was one of ice.
Yeah, actually, we read about one.
Oh, really? And it was certainly an account that was not necessarily that of a recording of legend.
Yes, it was in a academic textbook. It happened before the calamity, though, so not a lot of information was available on it. At least, not a lot of available information that the Avium was willing to share with us. But, yeah, it was not just a storybook. It was academic text.
Well, there can be academic texts about myth, but I understand what you mean. Curious. If you have found a means to bring about the restoration of peace to the wood, you should pursue it.
Yeah. My secondary question, and this also goes for Oddvault, is say what we need to do is summon an aspect of ice. Apparently that's what kept the balance. And like you said, the weakening of it was what, or rather the weakening of the aspect of fire is what brought about, I don't know, imbalance in the first place. But how do we maintain it? How do we make sure it isn't just another cycle to repeat?
There would be no controlling the aspect of ice. These are living beings that control themselves. They cannot be tamed. The Borealis would be the only means by which you might have any potential for control, because it is merely an object.
Right. Okay. And so another question is, before we embark on this, I know that, I don't know, I guess my intention before reading about the Borealis as well as the aspect of ice was to, I guess, just sort of eliminate the aspect of fire. But if I am reading what you're saying correctly, and if I'm, I guess, remembering what my grandmother said, is just that there needs to be balance, but what happens when there's just nothing? What are the consequences if we end up just destroying the aspect of fire instead of sealing it back in the ground?
And so long as there is nothing to take its place, then there is peace.
Are you sure? I mean, nature always exists in flux. Can't be perfect all the time. But
I don't know that there is anything so strong as to be able to destroy in its entirety the aspect of fire.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, I don't know. It feels sort of silly to say this, but I don't want to just solve it for my lifetime. Because, or, I mean, lifetimes beyond that, but just forever. Permanently. Until a new problem arises, I guess. But I don't want this to be a problem ever again. And I think the sealing of it would, again, just be a ticking clock like it had been. And I don't know. Again, if we mess with the balance of things, I don't know what the consequences are. I understand that it's just a big elemental creature, but I don't know what sway it holds in the rhythm or in the physical world either.
Well, as it might very well be a construct of fire and earth, it is the spirit of, forgive the blasphemy, but life. Fire is power, is energy, is life.
Exactly. And that's why I don't want to, I want to be sure that we're not snuffing that out for the rest of all of us. You know?
Right. Then you should proceed with caution.
Okay. Oh, well, that's heavy. What do you make of it, Aldwald?
That it is a literal fairy tale that happens to be our best chance, and that with the proper amount of focus and control and understanding of the item, it could be used as a spiritual defender, but a blockade between us, the forest, and the flame.
All right, that works for me. Yeah, I mean, look, sorry about throwing all these things around like they're fact, but again, it's what we have right now.
It's all that we have.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to just go on the assumption that it's fact instead of, not taking it seriously enough.
And how are we doing on focus, understanding, and control of the item?
Well, we won't know until we have it.
Well, see, that's my concern right there. It seems like not being able to control something and yet obtaining it is how you got us into this mess in the first place. You thought you could figure it out, and you couldn't.
Well, okay, but I'm already working with things that may not even exist. I'm already working on the basis of only legend that apparently only one order that of the population of the forest have any recollection of, and even they don't even know for sure whether or not it's real. I'm sorry, I can't do any better than that for you.
Look, Gladys, we're not going to do anything with this before we know, I guess, how it works. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of risk, obviously, but we're not just going to obtain it and then something's going to happen. I'm sure there's a way that we have to use it first.
Yeah, but isn't that what happened the last time?
No. Because, I mean, two things. I guess so. I mean, the fact that the information was not all there was part of the problem. It wasn't that it was purposefully released. It was that the, sort of...
Oh, I'm not saying it was purposely released. I'm saying our friend here thought that he could solve the problem once he found the item. And it all turned to shit. Right? And so now we're helping him because the short version of it is he thinks that if we find this next item, he can fix everything. Right? And I'm just pointing out, it sounds an awful lot like we're now following the same pattern that he went through the first time. Now, there is a There is a big difference this time around, and that is we're all here. Whereas when Oddwald went off on his own the first time, he was by himself. Even your friend Riffin thought his idea was dumb. And so I just want to take this opportunity to point out that A, we are following Oddwald, right, in the same pattern that he went through the first time. And B, the thing that's different is all of us. So let's make sure we don't take this idiot's word for it too much. We need to make sure we inject our own judgment into the situation as well, because this wouldn't be a problem if he hadn't done this the first time around.
Yeah, it would have been a problem later. Additionally, before we even knew that the Borealis existed, I had an inkling that that's where we should start. I read about how the elementals before the calamity, and that there was some shard somewhere of the aspect of ice. I was already on this thread. It was a good lead. And yeah, mistakes were made, but that wasn't because it was... It might have been rash, but also the information was faulty. We just need to make sure that that's not the case. It wouldn't have mattered if Riffin thought it was a good idea or how many perch guard were around to take care of it. It would have happened anyways. It does suck that it happens now. But look, we just need to focus on helping each other instead of, I don't know, not trusting each other's word or expertise, because trust me, I wouldn't be even entertaining someone's judgment if I didn't think that they were qualified.
So you trust Oddwald's judgment?
I trust his expertise, and I trust that the mistakes that were made in the past have been learned from.
I don't know. All I've heard him say is that the mistakes were all other people's. I haven't heard him say that he made any mistakes in the past.
Well...
So listen, right? I'm all for trying to find this Borealis. It's a shitty option, but it's the best one we've got. Right? I'm just making it clear. I trust everybody here except him.
All right, well... I guess by association, then, you trust him, because I... Again, don't think that there was any bad intentions here.
I don't think there were bad intentions either. Right? That doesn't mean I have to trust him. I think he's got bad judgment. I think he's an egomaniac. And I think that ego has gotten people killed, right? And if we don't solve the problem that he created, right, is going to get everybody killed.
That's not a problem he created, Gladys. Again, the seal weakens over time. It was only a matter of time before it burst out. Hell, he was trying to reseal the thing. It was shitty that he got bad runes.
No, look, I understand all of that, right? But had he not been this egomaniac, right, maybe he would have shared the information, right, and talked with other people about what he was trying to do and how he was trying to strengthen the seal, right? And then perhaps the seal wouldn't have broken because other people would have been able to help and they would have been able to fix the problem, right? So all I'm saying here, right, is that I'm not interested in following this guy into battle, right? Or on whatever his plan is. If we've got a plan and we agree to it, I'm all for it, right? But I'm not following this guy's lead. Wisteria, if you tell me that it's a good idea, I'll follow you. I trust you, right? I don't trust him.
Fine.
Let's just make sure that we are all on the same page as we're marching up north.
Yeah. I mean, that's the lead we have and the one we're following.
All right. Sounds like a plan then.
All right. Anything else anyone wants to say or do? All right then. Then we're gonna call it here because this is a good narrative break where you guys begin your journey north.
Cool beans.